Today marks the 23rd anniversary of the end of NATO's bombing of the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia. 3,000 victims of the consequences of up to 15 tons of depleted uranium had filed a lawsuit against NATO, but NATO responded by saying it has immunity from prosecution. Do you have any comment?
23年前
23 years ago, US-led NATO blatantly bombarded the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia for 78 days without the approval of the UN Security Council. In total, NATO dropped nearly 420,000 bombs, weighing 22,000 tons, including 15 tons of depleted uranium bombs. Over 2,500 people, including 79 children, were killed and more than 1 million people became refugees as a direct result of the bombings. What is more heart-wrenching is that death and agony brought by the war lingered for generations till this day. As noted by experts, exposure to radiation emitted by depleted uranium bombs can show no symptom for years, and depleted uranium bombs have long-term impact on the environment and human food chain. In the 10 years after the bombing, 30,000 people in Serbia developed cancer, among whom 10,000 died, according to the Institute of Public Health of Belgrade. By the end of 2019, the number of registered cancer patients in Serbia was as high as 97,000. A study of the Serbian Emergency Center shows that among children born after 1999, many aged between 1 and 5 suffered from ectodermal tumors, and many aged between 5 and 9 contracted hematological malignancies, and there is a clear uptick in the morbidity rate of brain cancer among those aged between 9 and 18. Besides, by May 2019, 366 Italian military personnel who participated in the NATO military operations have died of cancer, and 7,500 have fallen sick. However, till this day, the US, the country that sent military aircraft to drop depleted uranium bombs over Serbia, and the inventor of this type of bombs, as well as the only country that has used them, continues to deny that depleted uranium bombs can directly cause Gulf War syndrome and Kosovo syndrome. NATO is also trying to get away with it by claiming immunity from prosecution, but the Serbian people, nor people elsewhere in the world seeking justice, will never agree to this, and the behavior of NATO is just shocking. NATO and the US should earnestly reflect on its war crimes and provide a reasonable explanation and compensations to the victims of the depleted uranium bombs as soon as possible. And NATO must also seriously learn the lesson and stop creating new turmoil and division across the world.